Hey, social psych, this is it. Last dance, last chance for social psych. So, we're almost done. We got one more thing to talk about, and that's relationships, and specifically relationship problems. You'll see, my husband is snoring. That's kind of funny. You'll see that I started out in your lecture narrative talking about satisfaction, which is the degree to which we have our costs and benefits, the costs to us to be in the relationship versus the benefits we receive from the relationship to either be sort of equal or maybe the benefits to be a little bit larger, right? And so there are any number of costs that we have to give up, pay out to be in a relationship, like, the time that we would spend with our friends instead is spent with our partner, space like a drawer or some room in your closet if your partner stays over, or sharing an apartment. You have less space if there's two people living there, spending money on presents and stuff like that. But there's also benefits too. Someone who actually, when you say, how are you doing, really wants to know, and someone who's glad to see you, and someone who can spend time with you, that emotional support, and, the bow chicka bow wow as well. So as long as the costs and benefits kind of, equal out, or the benefits are a little bit bigger, then we would call that satisfaction. And that's what Rustbalt used in her EVLN, exit voice loyalty neglect model of when there's a bump in the relationship. How do you respond to a critical, seriously negative issue, like you or your partner loses a job, or one of you gets sick or something like that, somebody cheats, right? So there you've got prior satisfaction, how were things before the bump? And then investment, how much of yourself, your time, your energy have you put into the relationship? And then alternatives to the relationship. What would happen if you're not in the relationship anymore? And this could be another person potentially, or the thought of another person, or maybe I'll be okay by myself, or maybe I won't be okay by myself, or maybe this is the love of my life. And so that tends to predict whether we leave, right, exit, or just kind of limp along and kind of hope, kind of pull back and withdraw, neglect, where you just kind of passively kind of wait for things to end. Or voice, where you speak up, you say something, hey, we got to go to counseling, or you should go back to school. Or loyalty, where you just sort of cross your fingers and try to keep things going, but you're not doing anything new. And of course, I talk all about those in the lecture narrative as well. And then the last piece is the work from Buss about cues to infidelity, which is, I end it there because basically then I lose complete control of the class after that. Buss is an evolutionary psychologist, and he was interested in the pieces of information that indicate to us the red flags that our partner has either been cheating on us emotionally or cheating on us physically. And so they just asked undergraduates, what are the red flags? And then they did some statistical procedures to kind of narrow them down a little bit, some factor analysis. And I've got a bunch of them here. I'll read them to you. Let's see. Increased reference to a time spent with another person. You call your partner by someone else's name, or your partner notices that you're wearing something that belongs to someone else. Acting unusually guilty or apologetic, won't look you in the eye. Starts forgetting your special dates, your anniversaries, doesn't say I love you anymore when you say I love you. I got a bunch of them there. Let's see, I got a whole list of them here. It seems unusually angry or unusually critical, less forgiving, becomes less gentle, starts acting rudely to you, begins avoiding talking about a certain other person, doesn't want to go out with you anymore on dates or anything, doesn't want to spend time with you, seems less excited to see you, like, oh, you again. Suddenly tries new and unusual positions when you have sex. Ooh, where'd you learn that? Eating habits change, clothing style changes, sleeping habits change. Of course, there's always the comes down with a sexually transmitted disease that you don't have. That's a big one. I don't mean to make light of it, but wow, someone actually thought to do this kind of research. So If this is something that is interesting to you and you'd like to know more about it, I can send you the article. Just let me know. I have it. So anyway, this is the last video. I hope you're well. I hope the end of the semester is treating you well. If you need more time on your Moodle assignments, just let me know. I'm willing to be flexible. It's okay. Let me know if you're having any issues or concerns. To the seniors, I hope we're going to have a graduation at some point. I would love to see you in your cap and gown, strutting across the stage. That's really awesome. So, and to everybody else, I hope you have a good summer. I hope we're back in the fall. This is April 3rd that I'm recording this, so I'm hoping that we might know something more at this point, looking into the future. Hello, future people, talking from the past. Anyway, take good care of yourselves. I hope you have a good summer, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.